the Amazon's untouched tribes, culture-facing change. The Amazon rainforest, often called the lungs of the earth, is not only one of the richest ecosystems on our planet, but also the homeland of numerous indigenous peoples. Among them, a small number of tribes remain uncontacted, living in isolation from modern societies. These groups represent some of the last communities on Earth who still live according to ancient traditions, untouched by globalization and industrial development. But today, these unique cultures face unprecedented challenges. In this video, we will explore who the untouched tribes of the Amazon are, why they remain isolated, and how external forces are threatening their survival. Who are the untouched tribes? Uncontacted tribes, sometimes referred to as isolated peoples, are indigenous communities that deliberately avoid sustained contact with the outside world. According to the organization Survival International and studies by anthropologists, there are more than 100 uncontacted groups believed to exist, mostly in the Amazon basin, spanning Brazil, Peru, Colombia, and Ecuador. These groups live by hunting, fishing, and small-scale farming, depending entirely on the forest for food, medicine, and shelter. Their languages, myths, and social structures are unique, representing thousands of years of cultural evolution independent of modern states. Why do they remain isolated? Isolation is not accidental. It is a conscious choice. Many of these communities have a history of violence and disease brought by past encounters with outsiders, such as rubber traders, missionaries, and colonists. Epidemics like influenza and measles devastated indigenous populations in the 19th and 20th centuries, in some cases wiping out entire villages. For these tribes, avoiding contact is a strategy of survival. It protects them from diseases to which they have no immunity and preserves their cultural autonomy in the face of external pressures. The cultural significance of untouched tribes. Anthropologically, these communities are living archives of human diversity. Their oral traditions contain creation myths, ecological knowledge, and ethical codes passed down for centuries. For example, some tribes classify dozens of plants with medicinal uses unknown to Western medicine. Others practice sustainable hunting and agricultural methods that maintain the delicate balance of the rainforest ecosystem. Studying these societies without violating their isolation provides invaluable insights into human adaptability, alternative forms of social organization, and the deep connection between culture and environment. Threats they face. Despite their isolation, untouched tribes are not safe from outside forces. Deforestation, logging, cattle ranching, and soybean farming continue to reduce the Amazon's forest cover, threatening both biodiversity and indigenous territories. Illegal mining and drug trafficking. These activities pollute rivers with mercury, destroy ecosystems, and often lead to violent encounters. Infrastructure projects, roads, dams, and pipelines cut through remote regions, bringing outsiders closer to isolated tribes. Climate change, rising temperatures, and altered rainfall patterns are transforming the Amazon, directly impacting traditional ways of life. The most immediate danger, however, is exposure to disease. Contact with outsiders can spread viruses and bacteria to which isolated groups have no defenses, potentially causing catastrophic population loss. Legal protections and ethical dilemmas. Countries like Brazil and Peru officially recognize the right of uncontacted tribes to remain isolated. Protected territories, such as the Vale do Javari Indigenous Reserve in Brazil, are meant to safeguard their lands. Yet enforcement is often weak, and illegal activities continue. Here lies a profound ethical dilemma. Should modern societies leave these tribes entirely alone, or should they intervene to protect them from external threats? While some argue for proactive engagement, most anthropologists and indigenous rights organizations emphasize self-determination. These groups must decide their own future, free from coercion. The future of the untouched tribes. The fate of the Amazon's untouched tribes is intertwined with the future of the rainforest itself. Protecting their territories means preserving one of the world's most vital ecosystems, essential for regulating global climate. At the same time, respecting their isolation ensures the survival of unique cultural heritages that enrich the story of humanity. If their lands continue to be destroyed, not only will entire communities vanish, but with them, an irreplaceable reservoir of knowledge, spirit,